Hi, everyone, and welcome to a new video of A and B horror movies. Today, we're doing a special edition because Friday the 13th is coming up. So we thought we would do a video focused on Friday the 13th. And like always, to kick things off, we will talk about what we're drinking. However, before we do that, we actually have a special guest here today, our first guest on the show. Welcome, Mark.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Welcome. And Mark is on Instagram as Camp Blood Customs, and he actually makes custom Jason masks, which are quite awesome, which we will show today. You'll get to see some of those. But first, why don't we go right into the drinks? And Ben, why don't you go first?
Yeah, I am drinking by Microbrew, which is in the UK somewhere, and is a cheeky choco. So cheeky choco, and that is creamy chocolate vanilla flavor stout.
That sounds awesome.
It does sound awesome. How is it? Drum roll.
Not too bad, actually. Not too bad.
Does it taste like chocolate?
Yeah. Oh, I can taste the vanilla more, but it's not as. I thought it was going to be a little bit more sickly tasting than that, but no, it's good. So yeah, that's not too bad. Probably buy it again.
Awesome. Let's see. I picked this up yesterday. It's Space Monster, an India Pale Ale by Lamp Lighter Brewing Company, and they are located in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Oh, look at the artwork.
Check out that,
cool.
Right? It's
Yeah,
like a big
awesome.
alien monster. 6.9% alcohol. So Ben, you might have to lead this discussion in about 10 minutes.
Yeah. 4.8. I'm ready to go.
Exactly, right? Mark, how about you? What do you have?
I just went with what was in the fridge, man. I got the classic Bush Latte.
Very nice.
Nice.
How is it? Would you buy it again?
It's my go-to drinkable beer.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, awesome. So to kick things off, like I said, in honor of Friday the 13th, this is going to be all about Friday the 13th. We thought we would share some of our collectibles. So why don't I go first? I, of course, have the Funko of Jason Voorhees, if you can see that.
Yeah, we do have that one somewhere.
Somewhere. Pretty cool. I mean, a must have. I would
Yeah.
love to get I wish they made a giant version of these, like the jumbo, like they did of the Michael Myers.
Yeah,
right behind me. Yeah. Got the Michael Myers on
awesome.
top. Yeah. How about you, Ben? What do you got?
I have got a NECA. The boxes here. See, it's part 6. Jason Lives.
Oh yes,
right?
that's a good one. Mm-hmm.
It's cool. I love the boxes on these. They're like the old VHS.
And it's got like the flip cover, right?
Yeah, can show you what's inside. Nothing as it's now, but pretty cool.
You couldn't resist taking it out of the package.
Oh, I couldn't resist. Yeah. But, you know, since I've done these shows, I'm not taking anything out. But yeah, it's really cool. Neck is awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Does the mask come off, or is it permanent?
It is.
Oh, very cool.
That's pretty cool. You also get a is it a tombstone, I think, from the movie?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it's cool. Love NECA figures. Super cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
How about you, Mark? What do you have?
All right, so back in 2020, when the whole COVID thing happened, my sister got this for me. It was made by Tom Savini's school. Like he teaches makeup effects at his school, and he started doing half masks.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, okay.
All right. So it was made by one of his students. It's fiberglass. So
what's the inside? Is it just what's the other side?
It's cloth lined on the inside, black cloth line on the inside.
Very cool.
I wore it to a couple stores and got some weird looks, but it was pretty cool.
You should wear it to the airport the next time you travel.
It's like a
I'll be on the train
Friday the 13th.
So maybe I'll wear it on the train. I'm going to New York City next week to see the Deftones. So
oh, nice. You should. That's so awesome. Oh, back to me. I just got the Toonie Terrors. I love collecting these. I've got about 22 of them right now. And there's a whole new line coming out, which I'm very excited about. They've announced some of the new ones that they're releasing.
As we always say, if NECA are watching, send some Necker my way, and Aaron will quite happily take some Toonie
Yes,
Terrors.
just add something in the comments. We'll give you
Yeah,
our
yeah.
info.
We're
We'll
reviewing for you.
happily give you our info. Yes.
Yeah.
My bank
Sorry if you
account would
guys
be.
hear my dog barking. There's probably a dog walking outside.
Oh, it's cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
it's all unscripted, so we're good. We'll just
Sweet,
roll
okay.
with it. Yeah, Ben, over to you.
Yeah.
What do you have
It's
any-
back to me,
you got
innit?
one more,
Oh,
right?
sorry. What was he? Oh, that's it. That's me, my collectibles. Oh, apart from this, actually, this is my son's. I thought this was quite cool. It's like a Masters of the Universe,
Yeah.
Jason Voorhees. I can't remember the line
That's
of
awesome.
what they're called, but yeah, it's quite cool. So
Yeah,
I
just
know
like
what
the
it's
old
called, but I
He-Man
have the Michael
figures.
one.
Oh, you do?
Pardon?
I have the Michael one, but yeah, I can't think of what the
Oh
line was
yeah, you get some bits and bobs, but I've stolen that from him for the minute. So
Very cool.
called. That's cool.
awesome.
Mark, do you
That's
have
cool.
anything else to share? Or-
Check this out. So I do little conventions and stuff selling my masks, and there was a stand at one of them that was selling pillows. I've got a Jason
Ah,
pillow,
That's
And I love-
amazing.
and he's great. He sits next to me on the couch all the time.
oh, it
That's
looks like
so
one of the,
cool. Oh, look at the
muscle-
back
the
too.
muscle
Flip
men
it around.
toys.
Flip it around. He's
Oh,
got
yeah,
like
it's all set.
that's amazing.
Yeah, he's my dude.
Yeah, find out who the guy is. We could add it in the comments.
Yeah, definitely.
If
believe
anyone is
on
interested.
Instagram, I believe on Instagram he goes by Joe Beard, but there's some numbers after it. I can't remember. I'll get that to you.
Okay, yeah, no, that would be cool.
Cool.
All right, awesome. So the next thing we thought we would do is we would each talk about our top 3 Friday the 13th. And something is ringing over here. I don't know if you can hear that. Top 3 Friday the 13th. I'm going to go with the first one to kick it off because it's just amazing, right? I got a chance to see it at a drive-in theater a couple of years ago.
Awesome.
And behind me, I don't know if you can see it, I have Ari Lehman's, I don't know if I'm saying his last name right, the first Jason signed poster. Is it Lehman? Is that how you say his name?
I don't know.
I don't know if you'll ever see this, so it doesn't matter. But he signed it. I think it says the first Jason. There it is to my right.
I believe he has a band called First Jason.
Yeah, I think he does. Yeah,
pretty
on his
sure.
page. He's on Instagram. He puts some posts of his band, I think. I think you're right. So that's my pick for the first one. I love it. Never gets old. I was just telling a friend of mine, I was watching the remake the other day. I didn't get through it all. It's a little bit better than I remembered, but then it kind of falls apart in the second act. However, it would be nice if they remade the original and just stuck to the original rather than cramming a bunch of movies into
Right.
one.
I feel like the remake was just like part 1 through 4 just shoved together.
And you can clearly see when you're watching the movie, like, okay, well, this is part 2 because you have the mother's head, and then it switches to 3 and then 4.
I think we said this before, didn't we? Maybe on one show we were saying there was a lot crammed into that one film, didn't we?
Yes, actually, maybe it was you that I was talking with about this.
Yeah, maybe
on one of our videos.
Yeah, that must have been after a few beers.
Yes. That's why we record a bunch all in order.
Yeah.
And then when we put the video up, it's like brand new for us too, because we don't recall what we talked about.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm
especially
joking.
by the third one.
I'm joking. All right, Ben, what about you? What's your first?
Right, I haven't got these singly. I do have the first one singly. I should have got that out. It's a bit silly actually, but I've got the box set.
That's cool.
But obviously the first one is classic and my favorite. Also, the iconic scene at the end when Jason comes out the lake. Always remember that.
Mm.
And everybody's like, yeah. And how much of a surprise it was like his mother. I was quite late to the Friday the 13th franchise. I think I said that to you as well, maybe after a few beers. But yeah, so I was quite surprised. I think that I saw that one like after a few of the others. So I was expecting it to be Jason.
Oh, so you watched out of order. Oh, that's interesting.
Mm.
Cool. All right. Mark, what's your top?
All right. So I wish I forgot I left my DVDs out there. I'm not going to get
that's
them.
cool, man.
But
No, that's cool. I just happen to have them
So,
right here in front of me.
my top fluctuates from day to day. But like, all right, so today my favorite's part 4, I guess.
I love part 4.
I love that it's like where he starts to become undead, and he feels unstoppable. He loses a little bit of the woods hillbilly and gets a little bit more supernatural.
Intense. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
And plus,
Honestly, I think that's the first one I saw. But I don't know. I can't remember. But we'll go with 4 today.
well, not only that, Corey Feldman's does such an amazing job in that.
Giving Jason like a protagonist, like a one, that was cool.
Yes. Oh yeah, it was so good. The ending, maybe a little over the top when he says die over and over and over and over, but still. And I love it. Go ahead.
It's horror. We love over the top.
Yes. Yep. All right. Well, back to me. I mean, this is kind of predictable, but I'm going with part 2 only because what an awesome sequel, right? And the whole thing with the mother's head, and Amy Steele puts on the sweater and pretends to be the mother. I'm like, how could you replicate something like that? I've always loved it, and great cast. It's just awesome. Never disappoints. I'll rewatch it anytime. And how about that for cover art?
Yes, cool. That awesome.
So that's my second. Ben, what about you? What's your second?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. The second one, maybe
we should have switched it up a little. But go ahead.
Well, it is what it is. But no, it's probably one of the first ones that I saw because it is Jason in that, which he has got the bag on his head, I believe.
Yes.
So yeah, it's just one of the ones I sort of remember the most. Which obviously, when I first watched them, as I said, I did think it was Jason anyway, and that's why the first one was such a surprise. But yeah, no, definitely I'm with you on that. It was an awesome cast, and I remember one. Oh, I can't even get the words out now.
Cheers.
Terrible.
I forgot to say I'm using my Jason Geeky Tiki.
Yeah, look at that. Awesome.
One of my favorites. All right, Mark, over to you. What's your second choice?
Number 6. That movie's still rock and roll. And I'm a big rock and roll guy, so that was cool. I don't know. There's something about the camp factor of that movie that I really love, like the credit card, and I don't know. And then also I love that the finale is actually at Camp Crystal Lake again, and that's he spent time at Packanack and then the Jarvis house, and having it back at Crystal Lake, even though they call it Forest Green or whatever. I really like that.
I love the RV scene. That's part 6, right? The face through the side. Darcy Moss, I think, was the actress. And the only one with campers, I think, right? Wasn't part 6 the only one that had actual campers?
Actual campers, yeah.
And they all lived, I think.
Think so. Not so much the counselors.
No. Well, that's expected. Ben, were you going to say something?
Yeah, it's a 6th one. Is that where it starts off, where he's buried? And they bring it, and the lightning hits the rod. And no,
Tommy's all grown up.
Yeah, that's it. Just making sure.
And the guy from Welcome Back, Kotter, excuse me, is in the intro. Well, lastly, we've already talked about it. I picked the 4th one. I love it. Amazing cast. It's very intense. You can kind of see the mask there. I love that Corey Feldman's character makes these like horror masks, which is a nice sort of side story. And how about that cover, right? So I mean, we already talked about it, so we don't need to say too much more there. So those are my 3.
My 3rd is Jason Goes to Hell, because I always remember a scene. It's me and my cousin used to watch it, where I think they're outside the diner, and there's like a lady, and he slams her head in the door of the car.
Oh yeah.
We just always thought that was awesome. So it's like that's a big remembering for me. And it was cool, and just remember the guy eating the heart of Jason.
Gross. Yeah.
It like
Yeah, that
possesses
was
him.
gross,
Yeah.
In the morgue, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Good
It's cool
choice.
to see that movie get some love. Adam Marcus is a good guy.
Yeah, he sure is. Mark, what's your third?
So I've done 4 and 6. So third, the classic number 1. We've already talked about it.
Of course, yeah.
But, you know, it's the original. We wouldn't have anything else without it. So it's got to be up there. And Kevin Bacon's in it, you know, for all those ladies or whatever. But yeah, it's classic. You know, it's got to be in the top 3.
So quickly, I do have a funny story about Kevin Bacon and that movie. You know how there's that only one sex scene, right, in the movie?
Right.
When I saw it at the drive-in, our car kind of glitches, is it like the whole computer system? And sometimes the volume will go up really loudly, and you can't turn it off. We had all the windows down. It did it right in that moment. So all you could hear was the moaning and the volume just going really, really loud in my car.
That's awesome.
I turned the car off and we sat there in silence for a few moments.
Awkward.
Like, that was really embarrassing. People around us are probably like, well, they must really like that part. Anyway, there you have it. So we talked about our figures. We talked about our top 3s. Next up, we thought we would turn it over to Mark to share some of his masks that he's created, at least the ones that he has on hand.
Sure.
And again, you can find Mark on Instagram at Camp Blood Customs.
Yep. All right. So the first one I got, I'll show you when we talked about Jason Goes to Hell. You like to spend. So with Crazy Train Radio, shout out to Jonathan. He did a watch party a while back with Adam Marcus when we watched Jason Go to Hell, and I was fortunate enough to get him to sign one for me.
I was there.
So
very cool.
Oh, look at that.
We've got Go to Hell from Adam Marcus.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, and this is actually some of my early stuff. This was about over a year ago, right, Aaron?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because was it just him on, or were there others? I can't remember.
Pretty sure that one was just Adam.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was actually the first thing I did with Crazy Train. It was weird. I had made a Jason Goes to Hell mask and posted it on my Facebook. And I usually don't do this, but I hashtagged it. I hashtagged Jason Goes to Hell, hashtag Friday the 13th, all that stuff. And literally within 5 minutes of posting that, I had a message from Jonathan, who I had never met or talked to before, about trying to get one because he was going to do a watch party with Adam. He's like, "Can I buy one?" And I was like, "Well, if I can talk to Adam, I'll just give you one."
Oh yeah, no, I remember that. That was cool.
Yeah,
didn't he give one away at the end? Didn't you give one away?
Yeah, so I made 2.
Yeah.
I made one for a giveaway, and then Adam. Oh, actually, I made 3 because Adam won one for himself. So he's got one of mine hanging on his wall, which is wicked cool.
So cool.
Yeah, that's wicked.
Yeah, and then I made one for him to sign to send back to me too. So, which was really cool. Yeah.
Awesome.
So, anyway,
how long have you been doing this? When did you start making the masks?
I've been doing this for coming up on 2 years. I basically started it on a whim. There's a lot of mask makers online. You can find a lot of people who do actual replica masks. Yes. And they're really expensive. I've always been the guy that wanted a really awesome mask, but I couldn't pay $150 for a mask. Mm. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try to do it myself. So I looked up a couple YouTube videos. Shout out to Big Hush and CS5 Unmasked. They have some really cool tutorial videos, and I just started trying to follow along and do it. And then I kind of branched out and started doing some of my own techniques, and I still do a lot of stuff I learned from them, but I just always wanted to have a real legit looking mask and couldn't pay the money for it, And so I used to use just a normal blank hockey mask you can get on Amazon. I've done replicas on actual movie mold masks. Like for instance, this one is a part 3 molded mask. So it is the mask. I went cool. For I went for like an extreme version of it. Like I just wanted it to be really beat up.
Yeah, really that's very nice.
Really yellowed.
So detailed too. Very cool.
Thank you. So this is my mask. I wear this on Halloween and terrorize kids. We
Of
do.
course. I mean, why wouldn't
Yeah.
You might as well put them to use.
I do like a I've got a double lot here at my house, so I do like a walk around the whole house for trick or treaters with like multiple spots throughout the yard. And I've
Oh,
got
that's
two
cool.
sheds in the back, and one of them is just falling down and looking gross, and it looks like an old cabin. So I set up a whole Crystal Lake scene back there and
Oh,
come
cool.
busting out of the cabin, and then I get them to come back and give them candy, but I gotta terrorize them first.
Oh man, that sounds fun. I'd love to be at your house
Yeah.
on Halloween.
It's been my jam since I was a kid, man. That's
Nice.
actually, how I
Have
got
you?
the mask thing going is because I needed a mask for a party. Like I was like, I'm gonna make the best mask. So
Awesome. Yeah, that's
I bet you
super
did.
cool.
Yeah.
Have you always been a fan of Friday the 13th? Is that
Yeah.
one?
yeah. I'll be honest. My favorite slasher, my favorite is along with Aaron. Has always been Halloween.
Yeah.
And it was the first horror movie I ever saw, and I wasn't supposed to watch it. And it was after trick or treating one night, and my parents were watching it, and I was in bed, and I heard the music, and I was terrified, so I had to get out of bed and crack the door, and I watched the whole thing and didn't
What's
sleep
this?
for. Yeah, but then that led to Friday the 13th, which led to Nightmare on Elm Street, which led to Texas Chainsaw, and all of it. I've been a weird horror nerd my whole life since I was about 7 years old. So
That's so cool. I'm right there with you, man.
Yeah,
yeah.
we like that.
Yes, we like that.
Speaking of 7-year-old, so my daughter's 6, and she wanted the mask. So the masks I get they're way too big. So I went to Spirit and got just a normal kids hockey mask,
Yeah.
and put a couple extra holes in it, and now my daughter has this.
Oh, that's
like
so
that.
cool.
Right? It's just made from a
Wow.
Spirit Halloween
Yeah.
mask. Yeah.
Look
So
at
we
that,
love
and
that.
the blood on the side.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Awesome.
Just a little
So,
bit. I don't want to be too gory for her, but yeah. She knows
Yeah,
who Jason
that's
is.
really
She
cool.
hasn't seen the movie yet. Obviously, my wife wouldn't like that very much, but we'll get her there.
A couple more years, maybe
Yeah,
9. I think I was in 4th grade. So if that's any.
she's getting out of kindergarten this year. So
Oh, yeah, okay. A couple more years.
A bit
Yeah.
early, that one.
Yes. Oh yeah. No, yeah. You got to be careful.
I'll show you one more. I'll show you the silly one that I got here.
This is
So
awesome.
I'm in a band, and my singer Mike, awesome guy. This was his idea. He's like, I want a Homer Simpson mask. I'm like, okay. So here we are. We have Homer Jason.
That's so cool.
That one,
Right.
yeah.
I love it.
We might do like one black strand of hair over the top just to give it that one little black. I'm still debating if it needs it or not. Pretty much get the point
Yeah,
across,
it could
right?
be cool. I
Yeah.
don't know. Have it kind of
I don't
like
know.
flip to the side, right?
Right. So we'll see. But so yeah, I've done all kinds of stuff for it. I do a Homer mask. I've done a couple sports team masks. Just did one for
Nice.
Crazy Train. That would be cool. So if
Awesome.
anybody wants one, look me up. I'm down to make whatever you want. I love the challenge, and it's art. I've been artsy my whole life, so I enjoy it. This is just my medium now.
Oh, this is great. I mean, we've been, we've been on a lot of the Crazy Train Radio watch parties. So when we were chatting, I thought, oh my God, let's do a Friday the 13th video. Since Friday the 13th is today. So I guess, Ben, did you have anything else that you wanted to talk about? Any other questions for Mark?
No, you asked them all.
Ask them all. I need to stop talking so much in these videos.
No, you're cool. Yeah. What instrument do you play in your band? Wondering.
If it's not drums, I play it, but we're currently writing an album. We haven't even made a live debut yet. We want to have an album done, and we're almost there. We're like 10 songs into we're trying to do like 15 and pick the best like 10 or 12. But I'm traditionally a guitar player. I've been playing guitar since I was 17. I'm 39 now. I'm still not that good, but
I play guitar as well, so.
But it's like industrial metal, like kind of a 9 Inch Nails and Deftones had a baby. That baby would be Head Underwater, and that's my band.
All right, cool.
I was going to
So yeah, I
plug
play
that too.
guitar in it, but I also play synthesizers and a little bit of piano, and I play some bass
nice.
on it. Yeah. If
A
it's
real
got strings,
musician.
I can pretty much do it. If it's got keys, I can pretty much do it. I don't really know what I'm doing. I just know it sounds cool and what I like, you know.
You
But
like what
thanks,
you
man.
like.
Get to plug the band. I
Yes.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
So, you'll have to let us know when the songs are out, the bands, everything is all ready to go, and we'll give you a shout, let everybody know.
Absolutely. Thanks.
Definitely. Maybe we'll have you back on for another topic.
Yeah, cool.
Another
Play us a
video.
song. Play us out.
Yes, we'll have your band on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how we would do that, but maybe we could figure it out.
I don't know. That might be kind of loud.
True. All right, awesome. Well, why don't we wrap things up then?
Yeah.
Like always, if you have any comments or suggestions on what you would like us to cover in a future video, please add that in the comments and we will certainly consider it.
Yeah, hit the like and subscribe. Go over to Instagram where our A and B horror pages. Also check Mark out at Market was Camp
Blood Customs.
Camp Blood Customs.
Camp
Sorry.
Blood Customs. And huge thank you to Mark for joining us. You're actually our very first guest. So it's quite awesome. Thank you for agreeing to it
Really fun. Thanks for having me,
and
guys.
drinking some beers with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super,
Right,
thank you.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye, everyone.